Welcome to the funnel. My name is John Shane. I'm president of Alignment Group. This is episode number 221 of the funnel. 4 critical skills new salespeople seem to lack. Our agenda today: how to qualify, strategy for success, company expectations, and what makes the prospect tick. Before we get started, I want to remind you to head on over to Alignment Group. You can go to our sales library, or you can go to the funnel page, alignment-group.com/the funnel, or our insights blog page. And there you'll find an image with headphones. Just click on it. And you can download the first ebook in our best of series. We've compiled a number of podcasts and blog posts, and we've broken them down by category. And we've decided to post some ebooks, and this is the first one. And it's on the 6-step sales hiring process. I've been frustrated in my life when I've gone out and I've tried to find information on a particular topic, and I've hit on a really good podcast or blog, and I do a search on that topic. Maybe I want a little bit more information. It could be anything from personal, like fishing, or business involvement, things that I'm doing in business. And I can never seem to get it all in one spot. And the searches aren't really good, and I have to scroll through pages of blogs and podcasts. And we've done 221 episodes of the funnel. So we felt like this would be helpful to you. In one ebook, you can get all the information on the hiring process. Little paragraphs on each of the podcasts. You just click on the link, and you can go in order of the 7 podcasts we've done on the 6-step sales hiring process. And you can listen at your own leisure. You can watch the videos, and all you need to do is open the document, click on the link, listen to 1 or 2, and then move on with your day. And then when you come back, you don't have to do a search. Same with the blog posts. We've done 5 blog posts on the subject, so it's all compiled in one place. So head on over to alignment-group.com, the sales library, and download that today. First on our agenda, how to qualify. So I want to take a little bit different angle on this. This isn't just your new sales rep straight out of school that doesn't have any sales skill sets and doesn't know how to qualify a customer. Now, you might have some of that. You might have senior level people that don't know how to qualify. But what I'm really talking about is qualifying in the context of your company. Every company's different. Their go-to-market strategy is different. Their product and their pricing is different. So do your new sales reps, do they understand how to qualify in your environment? Or do you just have an expectation that qualifying is qualifying? I send them out, and I don't worry about it because I haven't really put a good onboarding program together. And you've heard me rant and rave, and I've done podcasts on onboarding and hiring, and you can't figure out why success isn't happening, why that great sales rep landed like a dud. So that's what these 4 critical areas are about. And the first one is to qualify. So I mean, in the context of your company, where's the potential opportunity? Where are the higher revenue target opportunities? What does good look like in qualifying an opportunity? How do I qualify in the context of my new company? You're not spending time on that with a new sales rep. You need to think about that. If you're building out your onboarding program, think about how that falls into it and fits into it. If you haven't started building your onboarding program, please start. Give me a call. Send me an email. Do it on your own, but just do it. Next is the strategy for success. Some people come to you with the skill set of process. They understand sales process. They've had it in the past. Others maybe not. Maybe you have a really good process in place, and they're going to move into that. Again, this is in the context of your business. This is your process that's unique to you. The methodology is the methodology, whether you're using spin or something else. That's a methodology. The process is unique to how your buyers buy and how you sell to them, based on your product, based on your pricing, based on their needs, et cetera, et cetera. So don't just expect them, again, to drop into the sales process and go. So how do we get them there? We practice. We spend time coaching them on the process, the nuances of each stage of that process, and how to move from one step to the next to get that opportunity through the pipeline, or cut it loose if it's not a real opportunity, instead of wasting your time thinking it's an opportunity because it was an opportunity in a previous lifetime, in a previous job, but it's not here. They need to know where they are in the process so they can continue to build that strategy for success. Walk into an opportunity, you start qualifying in the context of your company, you start figuring out where the strategy lies, where the success lies, and that is in the process. That's how you build that out. So how do we do that? Well, people are really big on playbooks these days. Everybody has to have a play. We have to have a playbook. We need a sales playbook. I think playbooks are great. I think they're important, and I love it. I was talking to a marketing person. She knows who she is. Put some playbooks together for her clients. That is awesome. From a sales perspective, this is somebody that rolled up her sleeves and got it done, and I think it's great. But you need more than a playbook. She knows that, and that's why we're talking. But some people just leave it at the playbook. Why do they do that? Because they think that's the answer. So I'm going to challenge you. Go to any sporting event or sporting arena and talk to the coach and say, listen, if you give them the playbook and they've pretty much figured this out on their own, the coach is going to laugh at you. They're going to fail. You give them a playbook, you give a football player the playbook and say, go out and play, they're going to fail. But if you give them the playbook and you practice and you coach and you role play, they're going to have success. So focus on the strategy for success. That's number 2. Next is company expectations. I think that was number 3, by the way. Next is company expectations. And why are we talking about company expectations when we're talking about skills? Because it's important for sales reps to know what their company expects of them. And I don't know if it's a skill set, but I only have so many words I can use for a title on a podcast. And I don't mean for this to be misleading. But it seems to me that a lot of companies and a lot of managers don't spend time laying out what the company expects of you. Yes, here's a number, here's your territory, here's what you expected to do every week. This is CRM, the email, and by the way, show up on time for meetings. And if you hit your number, everybody will be happy and you all make money. Okay, let's get beyond that. First, you have to meet your needs as an employee, right? You have to make money. You have to have job satisfaction. Those are the things you're looking for. You maybe an opportunity to give back, teamwork, whatever it is you're looking for. Well, the company has needs too. And both of those needs need to be met for it to be successful. So framing out the success profile, the pathway to success, the career development program, is extremely important for new people. They need to know what success looks like. They need to know the vision of the company and how to succeed within your environment and what good thing happens when they do. Do they have that career development? Do they move up the food chain? Do they have opportunities at different jobs in the company? Obviously, they'll make more money because they're in sales. But that's not the only thing. They need to understand the vision. And it's your job as a manager to paint that picture and then provide them with a path to success so they know exactly what's expected of them and to some degree what's going to happen when they are successful. The good things that are going to happen. And oh, by the way, the bad things that are going to happen if they don't. That's why I call it a skill set. May not be technically defined as a skill set, but it's important for new hires to understand what it is they're supposed to do and how they can be successful in your company. Okay, so that was number 3. Get my numbers confused here. Next is what makes the prospect tick. And I put it this way because marketing people are going to say it's buyer persona, and salespeople are going to say ideal prospect. And I'm going to say yes. What makes the prospect tick in your environment? You have a process a sales process that's unique to you, and it's based on how your buyers buy, how you sell your product, your pricing model, who you're trying to sell to. Well, that's part of the buyer persona, right? You want to know who they are, the demographics of the people that you're trying to sell to. You want to know how to reach them and what's important to that prospect, and peel back the layers even more for the ideal prospect. From a sales rep perspective, what's the title of that person? What's a budget look like? How do they make buying decisions? Is it a committee? Is it a single source person? How's all this done? How do I reach them? In a world of social media, it's getting harder and harder to reach people. Why? Because they have so many choices. So the inbound marketing folks will say, well, the buyer's in charge. Okay. I get it from that perspective. They're 60% of the way through the process before they buy. I get that too. It's not, I don't necessarily agree with the whole through their buying process, because you really don't know who it is that's coming in and downloading your stuff. It could be someone who's been tasked to do that, or part of a larger committee. Or maybe they think they understand their problem, but it's a lot deeper and wider than they thought. So just think about your own company. None of us are perfect. But how do you make decisions like that? Do you have a really good process in place? The answer is probably no. Well, your prospects don't either. So think about that. So that what's not given to these new reps is that real deep understanding of who these people are. What makes them tick? Why do they buy? Again, in the context of your company. If they come out of your industry, they have a general idea of how things work. But I would suggest that if you do have somebody that's like that, you have to understand what's inside their head too. Understand how they think the industry is lined up and how they think buyers buy. And make sure it matches what you think. If not, you're going to have to unwind that and teach them the way you do it. And I would take no quarter on that. This is the way we do it, and that's it. And then move forward. So these are the 4 critical skill sets that I think new hires lack, because they're not given those skill sets, and there's not a lot of attention paid by business owners and sales managers. So what I'm asking you to do, if you haven't already done your onboarding process, is to think about how you're going to infuse this in and how much time you're going to spend on coaching and training on that. Everybody's time's limited. So if you build a really good onboarding process, it's not more work for you as a manager, business owner. It's actually less work, because you're getting the kind of help that you need from other people within the company. But now you can spend your valuable coaching time on the things that matter the most. One of the biggest complaints I hear from sales reps is I get no help. I get no help. Coaching. They ask me for busy work. I do presentations to senior level management to make them feel good. They ask me what I'm going to close. And then when I ask for help, they don't want to hear it. And I'm not talking about financial help, like I need a lower price. I'm talking about real help, real coaching. How do I get this deal closed? How do I move this forward? They're not getting that. It's pretty much a dog and pony show at the beginning of the quarter, the beginning of the month. What are you going to sell? What are you going to close? And that's not good. If you can focus on these types of things, you can drive revenue higher, faster. And that's what we're after, right? We want to grow the company. Stop by alignment-group.com/thefunnel and subscribe. Again, we send you the show notes weekly. You can find us on Facebook.com, Alignment Group, @ShayJohn, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Yes, I'm on LinkedIn. Contact me, J. Shay, at alignment-group.com. That's what you get when you have 6 email addresses. You can find us again at alignment-group.com. And thank you so much for subscribing. Until next time, keep filling the funnel.